Okay, so first up we have a really beautiful 12-string acoustic song by the amazing Joe Bonamassa, a complete blues legend who can also play some really sick 12-string acoustic guitar, it seems. So this is called Different Shades of Blue. The album is also called that, so make sure you check it out. It was released in 2014. All of his albums are pretty sick, and us guitarists can learn so much from him, whether it's rhythmically or for your improvisation or blues kind of thing. Anyway, right, let's move on to checking out the track. We're going to break it down. I'm going to explain all the chords that are being used, and we'll go through the finger patterns and things. So first up, I'm actually using a plectrum. You don't have to use a plectrum, you can use your fingers if you like. I'm using all downstrokes. The reason I do that on acoustic, 12-string acoustic, is because if I'm doing alternate picking, I'll probably miss the two strings that are really close together. Obviously you got two for every set of strings, so you're doubling up. It's a lot harder to pick than a normal acoustic. Acoustic guitar is already hard enough, 12-string is twice as hard. Anyway, let's dive right into it. Here we go. Okay, so the first chord is an A minor chord, just an open chord. So the picking pattern goes like this around that chord. And then we're going to be playing the second fret with our second finger on the A string, which is a B, and that's a passing note that leads up to the C chord. So that's going to be an open chord for C major. And you're doing the same pattern as A minor. Another passing tone, we're going to move our third finger up to the 5th fret, which is a D. And then we're going to lead up to the 7th fret on the A string for the next bar. So the first bar all together. And that's the first bar, super slow. And now let's move on to bar number 2. So this is actually a C shape for E dominant. But we're only going to be concentrating on putting our third finger on the 7th fret of the A string and our second finger on the 6th fret of the D string, and then our first finger on the 5th fret of the B string. This is quite a tricky one to pick. And if you hit that G, it sounds awful because it clashes there. Because that's actually a minor third, which isn't in the chord. So make sure you're really accurate with your picking there. So we're going to go from the top. You'll notice how I kind of slowly set myself up while I'm playing the 7th and 6th frets. I'm actually putting down my first finger while that's happening. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move our third finger down to the D string and play 7, 6. So all together. Okay, so that's bars 1 and 2. Oh, sorry, so that second chord, where it goes down 7, 6, is actually a diminished with a flat 6 in there. So you got G sharp and that E there. And that's the minor 6th. Technically it's still really the dominant chord. There's so many different ways you can view chords, but yeah, if you wanted to know, that's how I kind of view it. Okay, so next up we have bar number 3, and we're doing exactly the same pattern as we did in bar 1, so we already know this, apart from the last note is different. Instead of going up to the 5th fret, we're going to play the open D, like that, just so you can allow yourself time to get in position for the next tricky kind of chord. And this is going to be an F sharp in the bass, but it's actually a D major chord. So what I do is I finger it with the second finger on the F sharp, Then put my third finger on the second fret of the G string and my pinky on the third fret of the B string. Might be worth practicing that kind of chord. And then we're going to finger pick E, B, G, B. And then play that open G, and then we've got 2 chords at the end. So this is a really nice chord. It's basically a D major chord again, but with an A in the bass. And then a simple G major chord, open G major. Another way you could play this is do a Hendrix thing and put your thumb over the second fret and then play the D major underneath. To be honest, that's probably easier, but I've done it the other way now, so. Anyway, right, and then finally we have the last beautiful chord, which is an A minor add 9. It's a bit tricky to play. So what we're basically doing, imagine you've got an A minor chord like that. Take off your third finger and then put your pinky on the 4th fret of the G string. Sounds stunning though. There's your 9, or your major second, which is a B. And that's something I've added in just to complete the end of the song. So altogether, really slow. I think I played one wrong note there, but you get the gist of that, and then you want to play that twice and then play your A minor 9. So your A minor add 9.
Oh, I feel it now. I can't make you smile.